to Canadian politics in 2025, where democracy is optional, consultation is decorative, and the Constitution is just a really polite suggestion. Grab your double-double and buckle up, because Justin Trudeau's Liberals have just dropped Bill C-5, the One Canadian Economy Act, a bill so fast, so sweeping, and so dangerously vague, it makes a moose on roller skates look subtle. Imagine a construction site. No engineer, no permits, just a guy in a hard hat handed the keys to a bulldozer with the instructions, figure it out. That's Ottawa right now. The Trudeau government is using economic urgency as an excuse to bulldoze through oversight. The One Canadian Economy Act claims to be about cutting red tape, but it's also cutting through constitutional protections like their last year's snow tires. Scene 2. Blame it on Trump, 131 to 215. And of course, the justification begins where all modern Canadian plot twists start. Donald Trump. With U.S. protectionism on the rise, the Liberals are saying, we must act fast by overriding Parliament, because nothing says healthy democracy like invoking World War II logic to bypass Indigenous consultation and environmental regulation. Scene 3. VIP projects only 216 to 300 enter the VIP list if your mega project makes it onto this government-blessed shortlist. Dominic LeBlanc, let's call him the Minister of National Mega Projects, gets to decide what rules apply: economic benefit, Indigenous participation, environmental sustainability. Use all criteria, use none. It's totally flexible. Like a nightclub bouncer deciding if bathrobes are okay on Tuesdays. Scene 4. Oversight, optional, 301 to 400. Once your project is on the golden list, the Impact Assessment Agency of Canada is kicked to the curb, environmental review bypassed, legal checks shrugged off. The bill mandates that federal decisions must trend toward approval. This isn't a vetting process, it's a conveyor belt. As law professor Stuart L.G. put it, it's like starting demolition before checking for gas lines. Scene 5. Henry VII Powers, 401 to 445. And if that wasn't regal enough, say hello to the Henry VII clauses, provisions that let Cabinet override any federal law to push a project forward. Labor codes, criminal laws, language protections, gone in one swipe. It's a Swiss Army knife where every tool is just a bigger hammer. Scene 6. Indigenous Consultation Theatre, 446 to 545. According to Patty Hajdu, Indigenous consultation isn't gone, it's just streamlined. Reality check. The Assembly of First Nations got 7 days to respond to a summary of the bill. That's less time than it takes to binge-watch a Netflix series. National Chief Cindy Woodhouse Nepanak nailed it. You're asking us to judge the movie based on the trailer. It's not consultation, it's optics. Scene 7. Cross-partisan caution, 546 to 630. Here's the twist. Even the Conservatives, normally big fans of deregulation, are worried. Shannon Stubbs says the bill doesn't go far enough, but is still too dangerous. Liberal MP Patrick Weiler warns it could be weaponized by a future government. Translation: what happens when Pierre Poilievre gets his hands on this constitutional bazooka? Scene 8. Everyone hates it, kinda, 631 to 715. Elizabeth May called it an abbreviated bulldozer time frame. Leah Gazan called it authoritarian overreach. Even the Bloc Québécois, who usually just want to leave Canada, yelled, "Slow down!" The government wants just 2 days of committee review for legislation that overrides Indigenous treaties and federal law. 2 days. Scene 9. Urgency versus recklessness, 716 to 8. Sure, economic urgency is real, but urgency without safeguards is like driving 150 kilometers per hour on a snow-covered road. You might reach the goal, or you might skid 4 provinces off the map. Critics warn this could spark legal chaos, lawsuits from Indigenous nations, injunctions from environmental groups, and constitutional crises from coast to coast. Scene 10, irony so thick. You could pour it on pancakes. 8012845. The Liberals once accused Trump of gutting democracy, and now they're bypassing Parliament because Trump might come back. That's using fire to fight fire in a forest. If one crisis justifies skipping democracy, what's stopping future governments from doing the same for pipelines, prisons, or political enemies? Outro. This isn't just about projects. 846 to end. This bill isn't just about building mega projects, it's about redefining power in Canada. The outcome could reshape climate policy, Indigenous relations, and federal authority for a generation. Whether Bill C-5 is passed in a flash or blocked in court, it sets a precedent that may haunt future governments and citizens long after the economy stabilizes. So, what do you think, Canada? Is this bold action or constitutional sabotage? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Canadian Latest News, where even our satire is backed by legal footnotes.